Good morning, Calgary. It's currently 10:75 a.m. and the weather is 12 degrees Celsius. And lately there has been a lot of talk on the internet about child star Jojo Siwa, who after putting out her first adult single is being judged to oblivion on the internet, and maybe rightfully so. We're going to talk about all the nuances regarding Jojo Siwa. Today we have Sophie right there on site. Sophie, how's the scene looking?
Hi Yaiza, I'm here live from the island where they shot the Jojo Siwa music video, Karma. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Tell me, are you scared?
I'm a little scared. There's unusual amounts of humping on this island. I'm getting some tremors.
Okay, right. So that's, I think, the main concern, everybody's concern about the music video is that there's just simply too much humping. So tell me, what do you think are the main problems with this music video, Sophie?
I think the main problems are lack of plot, franticness of the dancing, Jojo Siwa coming out of the water like a shark. I'm scared.
How would you describe the plot of the Jojo Siwa music video?
If I had to describe the plot, I would say they're on a boat. They're having a white party because she's gay, by the way, in case you forgot. White party, fell overboard like in Titanic. Crystallized underwater, came out, and now she is she's a bad girl now.
Thank you very much, Sophie. We are now going to dive into why Jojo Siwa might not be the bad girl she thinks she is, / why she might be the bad girl that she thinks she is, but not in the way that she thinks she is being. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, Sophie.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back and out of that island.
I'm so glad you made it back alive and unhumped. So let's talk first about what Jojo Siwa was trying to do here. So everybody knows her as the child star with the bow, and she put out a few like kid songs back then, like the Boomerang song. And then she didn't put out music for a long time, turned 18, and now finally at, I think she's 21, finally put out Karma.
Yes.
Which is supposed to be her big rebrand, but everybody thinks it's not working. Why do you think that is?
I think the main reason that is that it's not that different from what she was already doing. Like, I think she took her exact same aesthetic and just made it like black and white as opposed to rainbow.
Speaking of the aesthetic, I'm not loving the whole kiss makeup.
No, me neither.
With the sparkles.
It does not look good.
No, it doesn't, and it's too, when everybody sees that, everybody thinks kiss.
Yeah, because she's also like, trying to be her adult thing, her bad girl era, I feel like you want to be like a little sexy with it. I don't find this. I find this unbecoming even.
I don't think so. Let's find a picture of the costume because there's a lot to talk about there. I'm not really sure what she's trying to be because it has bat wings.
Yeah. So this is like when she takes on her new form.
Yeah, coming
out of the water. It's like a bat out of hell situation.
I think she's got a little bit too much of everything going on. I mean, like, she's got these, like, huge cargo boots, these, like, flaps of fabric just everywhere, spikiness.
Yeah, the bouffant is doing absolutely nothing for her. I would love to see her hair down.
To be honest, I really liked in the music video the aesthetic on the boat.
Yeah.
It seemed like a more mature version.
Yes. This was a cute look.
It was a cute look because it gives...
It gives like football player.
It does, but you know what? I kind of like that for her, and it's very much her like sparkly aesthetic, but a little bit more mature. I think if she wanted to have a more successful rebranding, this is definitely what she should have done. She has mentioned many times that she wants to have her Miley Cyrus moment.
When I was 8 is when Miley had her bangers moment. And I was like, all I want is to have that one day. Like, I want that.
However, everybody on the internet thinks that it's just not working. And I simply have to agree. I mean,
I would argue that her like bangers moment was just like when she came out. Because the thing with Miley Cyrus and that thing was like, everyone was like, you're supposed to be a good role model for kids. Like, my children watch you. I don't want them listening to your music anymore. Like, I feel like that's when that came for her.
It really is. It's not a small thing to be that brave, and it's getting easier in the world. But it's a big thing for someone in this business to say, I don't care if there's going to be repercussions. I don't care what this is. This is who I am, and this is what I stand for. So it's a big deal.
Thank you.
But anyway,
There's still like a certain level of immaturity, I think, to this whole rebrand. Even like the story of the song is like, if you get into the drama of her and her ex-girlfriend when they dated for like 2 months or whatever, to write a song like this about that situation feels like,
Yes.
not something an adult would do.
Which actually brings us very nicely into the writing of the song Karma. So there's actually this internet-wide Mandela effect, which if you're not familiar with, it's when everybody remembers something in a way that isn't what happened, but just like psychologically everybody remembers it like that. For example, the Fruit of the Loom logo having a cornucopia in it. Anyway, everybody thinks that Jojo Siwa said she wrote Karma, which she did not. The song was given to her by, I don't know, somebody at her label.
Yeah.
There's a few clips where she talks about it, and she says that she heard the song, she wanted it, and she was working on it, but she never actually said she wrote it.
Originally, I was scared of the lyrics. I was 18 years old. I didn't want to say bitch, didn't want to say I was a bad girl because I wasn't a bad girl. So then we did some versions of the song, and then nothing was as strong as I was a bad girl. The Karma music video is actually more my baby than the Karma song itself.
We do know that she did, that is her voice on the song.
Yeah.
So even if she was working on it for 2 years, to me that just means recording it.
She was simply learning how to sing also.
This is true. Yes.
We've seen the video of her singing in her car where her face turns beet red
Yes.
in an instant.
This is Jojo Siwa singing Traitor only about a year ago.
Yeah.
You're still a traitor. Yeah, you're still a traitor.
Yeah, I feel like people just make the assumption that when someone's working on a song, that means it's like from like its creation, like writing and everything, like they're doing themselves. When in reality, it's like a lot of the times they just take a song that already exists. There's a demo out there and they record it.
Also, one of the reasons why her rebrand is not successful at all is because she still, unfortunately, cannot sing. Which we know because, and you know what? We don't even know if she can't sing. She might be able to, but she's not confident enough. She's not confident enough to actually sing and perform live. For example, she sung at this Pride event a couple weeks back, but she basically just lip synced the entire time and mostly danced. So she's not confident enough to sing, and also she's not confident enough to say the F word. So one of the lyrics says, "If I had a wish, I would have never effed around." This is a lyric that she changed from the original version that was given to her that was, "If I had a wish, I would have never messed around," which already sounds so mature.
Yeah.
She thought that switching it to effed would make it sound edgier. But she should have just said fucked. By leaving it at effed, it's not giving maturity. It's giving, I'm still a child and I'm not comfortable swearing it.
It's giving I'm in class and I don't want to get in trouble.
Exactly.
Just say fuck, girl.
Another controversy here is that she said that she invented gay pop, essentially.
Said I wanted to start a new genre of music, and they said, "What do you mean?" And I said, "Well, it's called gay pop."
Now, you and I, we're experts on the subject, actually.
We are. I mean, everybody knows for a fact, both inside and outside the queer community, that she simply just did not invent gay pop.
Yeah.
I think that that's not what she was trying to say. I think that it came out wrong. However, I think that she needs to take some PR classes because she accidentally ended up offending like the entire LGBTQ community, which actually brings me to, who is her target audience?
That is a great question. I feel strongly like she was going for like that specific genre of songs that are like really bad, but gay people like latch onto them and love them, like Padam Padam.
Okay.
That one like Miley Cyrus song from that Black Mirror episode.
Yes.
Like things that are like kind of intentionally bad and silly. But I think she missed the target on that one.
Yeah, I mean, definitely if her audience was queer people, she should do some learning on like the actual history of the queer music industry.
To me, her song that was gay pop, Boomerang, that one went triple platinum in my household.
like a boomerang.
This just shows you that if she could just do things more effortlessly, it just comes naturally.
When she was just like before doing the bows and everything, before she even came out, she had like drag queens dressing up as her, coming up and asking her, they're like, how do you feel about the fact that you're a gay icon? Just for being herself.
Exactly.
You're known, I mean, you're 18 years old and you're known as a gay icon. And do you take that on, or how do you feel about that label?
It's wild to me, I think, because I look at people who are called gay icons, you, Lady Gaga, Freddie Mercury, my favorite people, and to be in that category at 18 is just insane, and it's just because of who I am. It feels amazing.
Lastly, I want to talk about the original version of Karma that was recorded 10 years ago. So before it was Jojo Siwa's, it belonged to whoever wrote it, and they actually tried to give it to Miley Cyrus first. Miley Cyrus didn't want it, so then they ended up giving it to this woman named Britt Smith, who was an artist in like 2011. Yeah, so when Jojo Siwa released the song this week, the music video for the previous version, Britt Smith's version, was leaked around the same time as her release date. And everybody was like, wait a minute. This is the original song. Jojo Siwa's is a cover, which now we know that is not true because Britt Smith and Jojo Siwa owe different versions, in a nutshell. So nobody stole from anybody. In fact, Britt Smith actually says this.
Okay, I am here to set the record straight once and for all. Jojo did not steal my song. There's been a lot of talk and a lot of comments, and they just keep...
That's all you need to know. Lots of people don't know how the music industry works. People buy and sell songs all the time. It's fine. People owe different versions of songs. Like, you know, Taylor Swift owns her versions, and then whatever loser owns the original versions. Like, that's just how it works. However, I do want to talk about Britt Smith stealing the spotlight a little bit.
That's, I think, 100% her just trying to steal the spotlight, because the song is not good. It's bad.
I agree. I think, you know, we all know that it's not one of the masterpieces of the century, but I think that she saw all the attention that Jojo Siwa was getting, where there was negative attention. In fact, that makes it easier for her to then be like, well, here's my version, which is better. Like, the internet is always going to perceive it as better because everybody kind of dislikes Jojo Siwa heavily.
Like, honestly, good for her.
I
If
agree.
that's what she wants to do. I mean, may I even say the way that Jojo Siwa is sort of like trying to get attention for this song is definitely that sort of like internet marketing where she's kind of like trolling people. Like from the dance, that she knows that everyone's going to make fun of her and do the dance. She knows people are going to make fun of the song. Like, it's just to get people talking about it. Now people know who Britt Smith is. I never heard of this woman before.
Yeah, nobody did for sure. I think that unfortunately Jojo Siwa was an easy target because, you know, everybody loves to hate a woman.
Yeah.
A popular woman.
Of course.
And especially if, you know, if she's got a few flaws, like being a little bit cringy. I mean, Jojo Siwa is like 21. She's discovering herself. She's obviously going to be cringy, which it sucks to have that in the spotlight. Yeah. But I think that everybody is kind of taking advantage of her a little bit, which is not good. Okay.
You got child abuse?
I do. I don't know if we should talk about
the child abuse.
Apparently, Jojo Siwa evicted her parents recently.
Oh, good.
Jojo Siwa maintains that she was never actually abused, you know, like she was one of the few lucky child stars that...
Well, not by her parents. Can we insert a clip of Abby Lee Miller trying to bite that lady's finger off?
Did you just sit here and say that my daughter looks miserable, so maybe we should put Kalani in her place?
No, I never said that.
Yes, you most certainly did.
No, I didn't, dingbat. Listen, I said, Brooke, is your mother
Get
speaking
your
for
finger
you? Do you
out
want to
of
be
my face. Girls out the room.
Yeah, you would eat me.
There's a lot of talk about how Jojo Siwa was actually a little bit exploited by her parents because we know that her mom was bleaching her hair when she was 2 or something.
Yeah.
That's not normal, Jojo Siwa. I'm just gonna say that's not. Our parents don't do that.
My mom cut my bangs, so that's probably like equally as bad.
Yeah. Lots of people think that Jojo Siwa was actually very much exploited by her parents. She just still is kind of seeing everything through the pink goggles of like fame and family and whatever, and she doesn't realize it yet. Whether that's our business, I don't really think so, but you know, unfortunately we're all gonna hear about it, so. Yeah.
Final thoughts is I'd like to see where she goes with it. I'm interested to see how her other songs sound. There's been a clip of a new one that sounds pretty good, but then people have found out that was also a song from a TikToker that already existed. Not to say that she stole it again, she probably legally acquired it, but I'm interested to see, love to see some new outfits, want to see the hair down. Yeah.
A really big issue right now is that Jojo Siwa is her own, like, essentially manager, publicist, PR, stylist. I think that she kind of needs to let go of control a little bit because she directed her own music video. The music video doesn't make any sense. She picked her own outfits. She looks like a kiss bat. She is asked controversial-ish, she's asked normal questions in interviews and she somehow finds a way to say the wrong thing and just not sound good. I think she thinks that any marketing is good marketing, but at the sake of your reputation, Jojo Siwa, that is not a good way to do things.
Hire a team.
Please hire a team. Please hire a team, Jojo Siwa. But yeah, I agree. I'm also excited to see where she goes.
Well, you know what they say. Karma's a bitch, and she's with you right now. Good one. She's with us right now, actually.
She is.